Yo,
What's up?
it's Ace.
Itchy braids.
And this is Into the Void. We're doing a vlog on Ocala's Natural Forest. Oh, here we go.
Right now we're at Ocala Prairie Reserve. There's a lot of history, a lot of wildlife, a lot of nature in this area.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about Nyla.
And shout out to Nala.
So we're gonna kind of like, it's going a little warm up. Last time we were here, we had ran into a bear cub. So, long story, should I tell the whole story? So, me and Itchy Braids, we were out here with our family, family, friends, and we're on our way back from the trail after how many miles? Like,
I would say like 2 or 3.
but these 2 or 3 miles were super long, like ridiculously long, and like the dead of heat.
Oh, Nala.
Nala.
It's a snake. I think she just attacked the snake.
Hold
She didn't get bit. Oh, there is a snake. Right
on.
there. You see it? Let me grab Nala. It doesn't look like a rat snake. I think she'll be alright. Oh, you're alright. You see it?
Yeah. Alright, we leave you alone, snake.
Pretty good snake. He never does pick up his aim. I do have my phone.
We will not know.
Yeah, this is a really big prairie. It connects to multiple different entrances around the Ocala Gainesville area. This specific prairie was inhabited by the Seminoles.
Okay.
The Timucuans, the boundaries may have overlapped with them, but yeah, that's all I have on that.
Okay. Oh, you good? Well, last time I was here, I ran into a little gate, like 2 gators. Yeah, on the dock further along.
I want to catch a gator.
You know what? That's on the bucket list. Right next to being a blacksmith. I want to make my own sword.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the sword I want to make would be from the Avatar, Sokka's blade.
It's like a curve type of.
It was technically made out of moon rock, and the reason I loved his sword so much because it was a black blade instead of like the traditional katana styled.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's one of the reasons I kind of want to go and be a blacksmith.
That's pretty cool. Personally, do you know what a cutlass is? Like the curved pirate sword.
Yeah.
I'm really becoming a fan of those. Like the older I get, I just start to like them more because I used to hate them as a kid. But yeah,
I can understand, like, it is a weird looking sword when you really think about it. Because it curves, so it's like, what is this curved bit going to do?
yeah.
Hold on. Gotta flip. You just helping with the footage.
Okay, come on, Nala. I'll probably need a drink until she throws up. Come on.
I mean, hydration is key. Remember that.
Alright guys, if you look, there's fruit on this tree. Last time we came here they were orange, so they look like they're not quite ripe yet. And this fruit is, so this right here is a persimmon. They are fruit, and when they're ripe they're orange. I guess apparently the natives used to eat these and make medicines and alcohol out of them. We've tried them.
Yeah.
To me, they have a sweet but bitter taste, but they're not bad.
I had a real sour taste last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just what they look like up close for. But yeah, persimmon.
But yeah. Well, I don't know what's down there.
That is a forest, and then it leads to like a. I don't know if there's still a swamp. It may have dried up, but last time we came here, we got lost going that way. But
Yeah.
there is a way. If you go that way to get to the bridge, I don't remember it by heart.
I wouldn't know. I gotta just stick to the same like two to three routes and just kind of modify from there.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of y'all are Pirates of the Caribbean fans, but here's some hidden lore that not everybody knows. So, have you ever noticed when any person that's captain of the Black Pearl that's not Captain Jack Sparrow, it has like a black fog or mist behind it? So, and the lore behind it is that the main antagonist of the first movie, I don't know if his name is Captain Beckett, or I want to say it's Captain Beckett. It's been a minute, but he had Jack as an employer early on in his life as an assistant captain, but then he got really good and became captain, and he got his own boat, which was called the Wicked Wench. So David Beckett was trying to get in a trade, which was to transport slaves, but Jack didn't follow through with it, so Beckett had his ship destroyed. So Jack stayed on said ship as it burned to the bottom of the sea. So after that, Jack makes a deal with Davy Jones Locker to be exact, and his ship comes back to life, and so does Jack. So after that moment happens, but when the ship was brought back, it was still on fire, so it still has its burnt marks. So that's being renamed the Black Pearl. Finding out after it became the Black Pearl, it got stolen by Blackbeard. And any other person who wants to steal that said boat, and in turn, the smoke only goes away when Jack is behind as captain of the Black Pearl. So, anything else to add to that?
I can add a lot to it. I have to go back and watch the Pirates of the Caribbean again, because last time I saw it, I was maybe 8 or 10. But one thing I can say about pirates and the Pirates of the Caribbean, me and you talked about this. The Pirates of the Caribbean is referring to the Moors. And if you don't know who the Moors are, in just a short explanation, the Moors are a group of people that are from North Africa. Before Columbus, they ended up coming to the southern United States. Allegedly, some people say they were all over the United States. Now, I can prove that they were in the southern United States, from Florida, Georgia, even the Caribbean islands. They used to call them Caribs, C-A-R-A-B, and now you have the term Caribbean. But originally, they referred to these people as Caribs. Now, the Caribs, aka the Moors, when they came here, they intermingled with the natives. So you'll see a lot of people that may appear to be what we know as black, and they are, but they're also native.
Makes sense. All right. Since we still speaking on pirates, have you ever had a desire to own a musket or a flintlock pistol?
I can't say that, but I would love to see the cannon. Like an actual cannonball. I would love to try that.
Load it, rack it.
Load it in, pop away. Even being a pirate sounds like a fun lifestyle. Traveling the world, not necessarily taking from others. I know some pirates do that, but just the lifestyle itself, always being on the beach, trading, exploring. That's my cup of tea right there.
Is that you're always on the move. So honestly, I can say I'm a mixture of a pirate and medieval times. So the reason that I say that is I love the adventure of being a pirate. It's like you never in one place for too long. You're always seeing something new and exciting. But what I like about the medieval times of some of the craziest stories ever told. Thinking about people slaying dragons in a point in time. And right now, everywhere in the world depicts dragons. So who's not to say they did not exist?
What's your opinion on dragons? Do you think, I mean, I'm pretty sure you think they existed, but...
Nah, I feel like here's my thing, is that we haven't fully, truly explored this entire planet.
Yeah.
So you can go either two ways with it. That there's a hidden place blocked off from normal communications from humans to see dragons. Or they died and we call them dinosaurs now.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I say that is because if you know anything about birds, is that birds' wings decompose way different from regular bone. So they pretty much more like disintegrate or biodegrade, more of a better term. So that's why I'm saying that we don't know if dinosaurs were either dinosaurs or just dragons that just lost their wings in the decomposition stage.
So how do you feel about the theory? I guess it's law, but to me it's more of a theory. How you have a species like chickens, and then they tell us that chickens at one point were velociraptors. I just don't see that drastic of a change. I know this is millions of years ago, but once again, you look at a chicken and you look at a velociraptor, they're not very similar.
I don't understand the comparison between a chicken and a velociraptor. I'm more confident on the original guess of them being giant lizards.
That makes more sense. It's alligators right there. Like, I could see a giant alligator maybe being confused or just being called a dragon. Like, it would make sense to me.
I mean, they do have a lizard species called Komodo dragon. So
there you go, right there.
And then what else? The bearded dragon.
Yep. I think it's a type of dragon. It's also called the Jesus lizard because it runs on water.
Oh, that one.
But yeah.
But yeah, right now the forecast is very cloudy. It's been raining, but we kind of actually needed the rain, honestly.
You know, that's the topic right there. So you know this overcast is not clouds. This is, at least what the news says, this is Saharan dust from the Sahara that's just covering everything. And it's going to be like that the whole week. It's supposed to rain every day from now, I think, to Saturday or Sunday. All day, overcast. We probably won't see the sun very often this week. And that's all dust from the desert in Africa. So they say.
I want to say I'm skeptical about that. Some random dust thousands of miles away flying here intact without being disturbed is honestly crazy to me. I mean, if you break a spray can open and a room is going to spread into that room and dissipate. So I have a hard time believing on this.
The only way I can make sense of this is if you think about hurricanes, because they say the Africa coastal region and then they come here. But with that being said, what I was saying was hurricanes. They tell us the hurricanes are formed in Africa and then they come to the United States and they cause damage. But then you have other people that think hurricanes are man-made. So what do you think about that?
So let me go ahead. I'm mixing like two different angles together.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I feel like we have the technology to do so, and the reason why I say that. So let me use "Cloudy Chance of a Meatball" real quick. I said the title wrong. Flame me in the comments, I dare you. But he had a machine that pretty much took clouds. Summary is he had a machine that took from the clouds and made food. So it broke down the atoms of a cloud and reformed it into food. But the issue, it malfunctioned because it was the mayor. The mayor wanted to change the lifestyle of the city so much that he overloaded the system. Now the weather is so off and it made features. So all that to say this is that who say we don't have the technology to do things like that? I'm only saying, like, who's to say? But I do believe there's a weather machine somewhere. Now, does it change the weather? No, I wouldn't say that. I just say it would influence the weather.
Yeah. That's I can agree with that. Just something related. I don't know if you know, but a couple of states recently have actually made laws banning weather modification. That's the word I'm gonna use. They've made laws banning that. I think Louisiana is one. For the people watching, you can look it up yourself. That is a real thing that has passed in a few states. So I don't know. At least the people that make the laws, they think it's real. So
that's odd.
Yeah.
A lot of random laws being passed are really confusing. So besides that law being passed and the overall tariff issue that we're having, so I'm a car guy for the most part, and the car market was just getting better. Just for it to hit a Uno reverse card, and honestly, I think everything went up tariff-wise 25% at least.
Yeah, at least.
And what's crazy about the tariff situation is that I had recently found out that that law has to go past two different people, or two different of our branches. So half the branch agreed with it, and the other half said, hold on, this don't sound fair. So what Donald Trump tried to do was put a tariff on everything, every single item and good. But the problem is we already have some already in place. In order for Trump to actually put the overall tariffs that he wants to, he will have to get rid of the old ones. So in the car world, we have a thing called the chicken tax. So here's what the chicken tax is. It's where manufacturers say like Toyota, Honda, are pretty much bring their K trucks to America. So what's a K truck? It's a very ultra light, small truck that honestly I want to own one.
Is it smaller than mine?
Oh, it's very small.
Like the trucks that you see in, for example, like Japan or China.
Yeah.
Like okay. Yeah,
so,
those are tiny.
Because they were very fuel efficient and very ergonomic for the time that they were pretty mass produced. So think about it when we had the gas crisis in the 70s, the oil crisis.
Yeah.
So imagine when those vehicles were being brought here to America. Those were outselling all the American-made brand vehicles. So anything lower than pretty much 6,000 pounds, well, I ain't gonna say that, but pretty much any truck that's not the weight as much as trucks now are pretty much heavily taxed. So that's why we don't have K trucks around, but they're starting to bring some, make some now.
So all of this behind me, at one point, this was all water. But as you see over time, the water level is dropped and now it's just basically like a flatland or prairie. But if you step out there, that is water and you might sink. But yeah, this was all water at one point.
That's very nice.
For it to be no sun, it is a nice day.
Yeah. Not.
Come on, Nala. Come on, pup. Nala. Good girl. And this is the water. We're finally there. The gator infested water.
But now, just realize, guys, this used to be way up here. Like, you see where this line starts? This is how far this water used to come up to. Just wanted to give y'all, like, the overview of how massive or what the major changes that have happened over time.
You see that bird? I don't know if the camera can pick it up. It's flexing on us.
I honestly don't see what bird you're
Like
talking.
a black bird with his arms out. He's flapping his wings.
Oh, dude, way back there. Hold on.
He's mate guarding.
Look at you, dude. Look at that guy right there. You see him? He's really flexing on us. Nature.
You know they can't see very well.
Oh yeah. As a Texas native, armadillos are our state animal. This one does look a little different from the ones that are in Texas.
Are the ones in Texas bigger?
Yes. Their plating is a lot different too. Their armor platings are much more wider and has more of like a desert colored tan to it.
Just chilling.
And I'm gonna go. Come on, puppy. Oh, come on, fire.